Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Hakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to the elect and the 1/3 of Israel out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity in whatever way possible. The brother Anna, he had a lesson. Do you want to speak?
And the lesson will be on can an uneducated man teach the Bible? You know, can uneducated man teach the Bible? Because this society wants you to get a degree just so you can teach the Bible. You know, but hey, this is the Jim at Memphis camp as well. Lord willing, be edified. Go ahead.
Yeah, come. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 6. It says, But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things.
Right, but though I be rude in speech and not in knowledge, So we go into this word rude in the blue letter.
Strong's G 2399.
Idiotes. It's get straight to the point. It's in the New Testament, an unlearned, illiterate man is opposed to the learned and educated, one who is unskilled in any art. So right, it said ignorant, and the strong, ignorant, rude, unlearned. So hey, though we be rude in speech but not in knowledge, man. Because they think we probably speak with eloquent,
Yeah.
You got Isaiah 28 and 11.
Yeah, and if I can add, that word eloquent, meaning like all proper and stuff,
Yep.
But, rude doesn't necessarily mean like using so-called offensive language, which that's what it goes into. You use layman's terms, which means, you expound on what you say, you speak plainly. Like you're not trying to use fancy words to, make yourself seem wise.
Yeah, well spoken.
Yeah.
Rude
also means like blunt. Blunt.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Yeah, frank. Making the point made, even though it may come out off as rough. You said Isaiah what?
28 and 11.
This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people.
Well, with stammering lips, man, because some brothers, me, myself, we have, stammering lips, we be studying, fumbling of our words, had speech impediment, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man, the Lord don't care about that, man.
Moses.
Hey, we grab that. We grab it really quick. It's Exodus 4:10. It said, Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue.
Mm-hmm. Slow tongue, stutters. That another type of speech impediment is Tourette's. Where you just like have a nervous tick and you start saying random stuff. So it Moses could have had like a stutter or some type of Tourette's, but hey, it doesn't take away from the fact that the Spirit was dealing with him.
The Lord chose him to speak His word. You look at the prophet Jeremiah, man. Lord put His word in his mouth, man. And ultimately, Moses, he wasn't real good at speaking the Hebrew, But let's see what the Lord said in verse 11. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Who have made man's mouth, or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord? So the Lord, I make all of them, man. I made it. I created your mouth, I made your tongue, Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say, So hey, just because we have the stammering lips, don't mean nothing, man.
Or just because, we didn't go to college, or doesn't mean that we don't study this Bible.
Yep.
All right. Hey, and that's being made known, like even in certain careers, like just the internet age or the information age, there's people making a bunch of money, high school dropouts, just by figuring out how to use the internet as a way of, setting up businesses and whatnot. And they see right through that, whole college scam.
Well, that's what it is, a scam. Then the president, what's his name, Theodore Roosevelt, he said, a thorough understanding of the Bible is better than a college education, man. Because the Bible is understanding the Bible is wisdom, knowledge, understanding. And they said wisdom, knowledge should be the stability of that time. The Lord don't care because you got a master's degree or whatever.
That's right.
You got something?
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Right, the things that are despised, man. So we see our calling, so Lord willing, we can't do it to them,
And brothers say this a lot too. Like the Most High likes drama,
right?
And the best movies is that those underdog stories.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody with that got picked on in high school or middle school or whatever, toughens up and becomes like the world champ at boxing or something like that.
Yep.
Those are the best stories, man. So how much more when he chooses his prophets and his servants? He's going to choose the underdogs, to confound the higher ups in this society. And that's what you see on the highways and byways. You got, this dude Vocab Malone.
Yeah.
He always tries to come up against us, and he flexes his whatever false understanding he has of the scriptures, and he gets cut by the other camps too. Because you can't get around the fact that this Bible is only for Israelites. And he tries to push that Gentile stuff, heavy, but hey, it never works, man. Yep. And that's just one example. Yep. You've got all these, other, self-proclaimed Bible professionals, but
scholars.
Yeah, Bible scholars, Bible thumpers, whatever you want to call them. But hey, man, the Most High has called the I'm going to read it again. Verse 27, but the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and the Most High hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. So, we may come across as, so-called unlearned men or uneducated, unexperienced. But hey, man, look at the prophets of old. Isaiah, Jeremiah, they started their ministry when they were young. And then, do you have that account of Acts?
Yeah, we close on that.
Okay, cool.
But I'm going to get this real quick. This Matthew 11 and 25. At that time, Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and has revealed them unto babes. What's going on?
Yeah, man. And people get offended. That's a stumbling block, because they put all this time and effort to try to, find the answers, but then here it is that somebody that was humble enough to say that I'm stupid and I'm ignorant are willing to accept this knowledge, and that's who the Most High deals with, is the humble and the meek, the lowly.
Yep.
So if you have that humble and meek spirit, the Most High can teach you. But to a know-it-all, he can't learn everything. Yep. He can't learn a thing, because he thinks that he knows everything.
He knows everything. He said, I call not the righteous unto repentance, but the sick. Roughly paraphrasing it. But hey, the Lord gave this word, gave this the truth unto babes, man. Ones that are willing to humble themselves and come back as little children, to be like a sponge and soak things up and be disciplined, man. Say grab the sincere milk to grow thereby, man. Who should you teach knowledge to? Those the ones that are weaned from the milk and from the breast, man.
Con, and who was Yahushua beefing with the most? It was the Sadducees and Pharisees, because their whole life was being groomed in the scriptures. They were reading reading the scrolls every day, man.
Yeah.
You know, and hey, that's who we beefed with the most, man.
You can finish that on that First Corinthians.
Okay, come on, was it verse 28?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, 1 Corinthians 1 and 28. And base things of the world, and things which are despised, hath the Most High chosen.
Wait, the Most High chosen, man. He said, "You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, man." Hey, the prophet Jeremiah, man. Hey, some of us, man. I know myself personally. I didn't know I was gonna wake up and start teaching, man. You know, I wanted to do my own thing, man. Go to college, you know. You have a college career, be a physical therapist, you know, and so on, man. When I heard the Lord, I dropped all that shit, man.
Yeah,
you
man.
Know?
Yeah, I'm like every brother has their personal Jonah testimony.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had their own plans in the world, but hey, when they heard this word, man, you know, all that just gets dropped off, man.
God, all of it, man. People started mocking you, man. Like just like the prophet Jeremiah. Can I get that account? Jeremiah 20. I'm gonna start at 7. Oh Lord Yahweh, that has deceived me, and I was deceived that are stronger than I, and I has prevailed. It's like I am derision daily, and everyone mocking me. So the prophet Jeremiah, like these people mocking me, talking shit, man. You know. For since I spake, I cried out, I cried violence and spoil, because the word of the Lord was made a reproach unto me, and derision daily. Right, man. You know, myself personally, man. You know, friends seeing me on the highways and byways. Man, what you doing with them, man? You got a dress on. You ain't getting headlines no more. You look old, you know. You already can't talk right, you know, and so on, man. So they'll make a mock of me, man. But guess what? Lesson with the prophet Jeremiah said in Jeremiah 29. Then I said, I would not make mention of him, nor speak anymore in his name, but his word was in my heart is a burning fire shut in my bones. Mm-hmm. And I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay.
Yeah, kind of so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was like, man, well, I'm going through all this hell. Like, what's the point of, you know, doing the ministry? So he tried not to bring the word out, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, but it burned inside of him, you know, and he had to say something, you know, and that's the way we feel, man. We get vexed when we don't do lessons. Yeah. Like, man, I feel off. Like, this shit's pissing me off because it says it in this, that this isn't supposed to be like this. I gotta say something.
You gotta speak on this. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Malak, I say, this gotta come out.
Yeah.
You know? You read 28 again?
1 Corinthians 1 and 28. And base things of the world, and things which are despised, hath the Most High chosen, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
Right, so the Most High chosen the weak things of the earth to confound the wise, man. You know? What did it say? The bombing lights, you know, and so on, man. Poor man, uneducated man, the Most High chose them, man. And some brothers got degrees, some brothers go to college, some brothers don't. It's all different walks of life, man. Some brothers drop out of school, that don't mean nothing, man. You know? Mm-hmm. But the Most High dealing with them, man. You know?
Sure.
You don't need an education to teach the Bible, man. First and foremost, you got to have the Spirit, man, which is the testimony of Yahweh Shai, the Spirit of prophecy, man. But the Lord wants you to teach His word. He's going to teach His word, man. You're going to do it, man. He said, whoever resisted the will of the Most High, man. You know? So you don't need an education, you know, to teach the word, man. You know? The Lord going to make you wise, you know?
This is Sirach, or the book otherwise known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, verse 24. He that hath small understanding and feareth the Most High is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
God, man.
You know, so I mean, it really, you know, to fear the Lord is better to have the understanding, man. Mm-hmm. You know, because you can know all the prophecies, all the breakdowns, you know, all the history, and have this whole book memorized. But what is it worth when you don't practice it?
God.
You know, and that's you see that especially like in these church houses. You know, they might know certain scriptures, but they also know how to avoid certain scriptures too, because you know they are hypocritical. They practice hypocrisy. You know.
Yeah. You go to school to learn the Bible, to understand prophecy, just to find out the Lord ain't with that, man. You still don't know it, that the Lord hate, that the Lord love. You know, that the Lord kill and make it alive. You still don't understand the scriptures. You know, at the end of the day, you know who the Lord dealing with. You know, just because you went to a seminar school. What they call?
Seminar or
You know, theology.
yeah,
some to that effect, man.
theology. Yeah.
You know. But this Acts 4:13, we close. Now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled, and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahushua.
See, and you know that's that twofold. You know, or that's the difference between a believing spirit seeing unlearned men breaking down the scriptures, and a wicked spirit seeing unlearned men breaking down the scriptures. You know, because a scoffer is going to see us and be like, "Oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They're wearing like New Balances or some shit."
Yeah.
You know,
but anything, man.
Yeah, because they'll scoff at anything. But then you know, like a righteous spirit is going to be like, "Dang, I've never heard these scriptures. Like, how come this isn't taught in the theology schools or in the schools or in the churches?" You know, the men are the Most High is dealing with these men. You know, and that's the difference between someone that has that humble spirit and that proud spirit, man.
God, I get this real quick. Luke 9. Select it. I just had it. Let me see. Select y'all. Phone tripping. I know we said we gonna close. Luke 21:15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay. You know exists. You know. So as the Lord speak to us, it say Matthew 10:20, not ye that speak, but the Heavenly Father was speaking in you, man. You know. So the Most High, hey, he dealing with the lowly, man. You know, the humble of a contrite spirit. You know, you don't have can uneducated man teach the Bible? Hey, yes, man. Cause it say the wisdom of this world is foolishness. With the Most High, man. You know, you got something up?
Yeah, I got something. This is Philippians 3, and I'm gonna start at I'll start at 5. Or I'll start at 4. It says, "Though I might also have confidence in the flesh, if any other man thinketh that he hath whereof he might trust in the flesh, I more." This is the Apostle Paul speaking. It says, "Circumcised the 8th day, of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, and Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law, a Pharisee." So the Apostle Paul was a Pharisee, right? It says, "Concerning zeal, persecuting the church, touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Yahushua." You know, so that Apostle Paul had that high status. You know, he was a Pharisee, and he had that zeal where he went out and started persecuting I'll say Mashiachs, because I don't want to use that term Christians because it's tainted nowadays. That term is tainted, but he had that high status, and he was well educated. He was bilingual. He could speak the Hebrew and Greek, and he counted all that loss to follow Yahushua and to minister Yahushua. So, hey, like the brother said, we come in all walks of life. If you have that high status, hey, count it all for nothing, man, because nothing's compared to this work for Yahweh Shem Shai. And if you don't have any understanding in the world, you're just like ignorant to everything in the world. Hey, don't be down on yourself, man, because a little wisdom of this is far greater than any wisdom of the world. Did we bring that out? Foolish or wisdom of this world?
I quoted it, but you can bring it out though.
Yeah, it's 2 Corinthians. I'll look it up.
Come, hey, like knowing the what's the mark of the beast is, the hour of temptation, you know, and the wisdom, you know, the scriptures, man. Like Isaiah 33:6, man. You got
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
right, cause it say in the book of Apocrypha, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. Who gives a fuck that Esau give you a sheet of paper, man? Hey, that sheet of paper, that diploma, is not gonna save you from the hour of temptation. Not gonna save you from Jacob trouble, man.
Yeah,
You think that higher elites went to college, man? You know, no.
Yeah, that college degree or certification isn't a ticket to a chariot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, with that, hope this video was edifying. Once again, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Again, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect.
Shalom,